Hey, I'm Liz from No Trace. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew a super simple pillow cover that just slides onto your pillow for an Ikea cotton down pillow. This is a 20 by 20 inch or 50 by 50 centimeter pillow. And I really like these because they are made with cotton and natural feathers. There's no synthetics inside them. And they come in a couple sizes. I'm going to walk you through this size in this video, but I also have another video that walks you through how to make the rectangular shape pillow covers for the Ikea pillows. So let me show you what you're going to need to make a super simple pillow cover like this. Actually, first let me show you how it comes together. So there is some overlapping fabric in the back that lets you just slide the pillow into the pillow cover, and you don't need a zipper. So it's pretty fast and easy to make. So now let me show you the materials that you're going to need. Obviously, you'll want to get one of these pillows at Ikea. This is not an ad for Ikea. I just like finding natural fiber options. And they are a really affordable pillow if you are looking for some more throw pillows. And in terms of the fabric, so this pillow cover comes together with 3 pieces of fabric, and the measurements are in the description box below this video, but I'm also going to just tell you them briefly here. So the frontmost piece of fabric is 18 inches by 18 inches. The back fabric is 2 pieces that are 18 inches wide, but they are only 13 inches tall. So they are shorter than the main front panel piece because they are going to be overlapping together on the back side. This is a really nice 100% denim fabric that I found on Etsy, and I will put a link to this if you are looking for similar neutral, fun, different options that are 100% natural fiber, no synthetics. And you can work with the darker side or the lighter side. I am opting to make my pillow in the lighter side of the denim. So once you have your 3 pieces of fabric, the first thing to do is to actually hem the 2 back pieces, because if you look at my pillow, you can see that one of these edges is visible and it's been hemmed. And then the inside panel was also hemmed. So we are going to do that first. And I did a hem that was a double folded 1/2 inch hem. So you want to flip your fabric so that you're looking at the wrong side. Oh, also, if your fabric has a print that has an up and down direction, you want to line that up and you want to hem the bottom edge on one of the pieces, and you want to hem the top edge on the other piece. Okay, because the hems are going to be here and here. It's a little bit hard to see. Okay, so you're hemming one top edge, one bottom edge. And I have my iron on, and I have my little wool ironing mat, my favorite way to iron. And I'm going to flip this to the wrong side. Now this fabric doesn't have a top or a bottom. It doesn't really matter. But let's just say this is the top edge on one piece. So I'm going to fold over the fabric 1/2 inch, and I remembered my little hemming ruler for this tutorial. So you just want to get a close to 1/2 inch. It's okay if you're slightly off on this pillow cover, but you just iron one edge 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to fold it over and repeat that. So now it's folded another 1/2 inch, And I'm going to iron it again. And then I'm going to repeat this on the bottom edge of the other piece of fabric. Okay, I finished folding and ironing the bottom edge on one of my panel pieces and the top edge on the other panel piece. So now I'm going to come over to my sewing machine and I'm just going to sew this nice folded edge in place. So let's come over here. Okay, over at my machine, which has some extra fuzz on it today, I am just going to slide this folded edge under my presser foot, and I'm just going to sew straight down with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I am going to do a little back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Okay, the hems are finished on the 2 back pieces of fabric. So I did the top edge and then the bottom edge on these 2 pieces. So now we're ready to put all 3 pieces together, pin and sew. And the way to do this is to start with your front piece of your pillow and lay it on your table with the right side facing up. And next I'm going to put the piece that has the hem at the bottom edge on top of my top piece, and I'm going to put this right sides together. So like I said, I am working with the lighter side of this denim. Both sides are super cute, but I decided to go with this as the outside of my pillow. So I want to make sure to line up these edges really nicely with each other at the top. And then the hem is just going to remain here towards the center. And now I'm going to get my second back panel piece, and it goes right side to right side of my front piece, but it's actually touching the back side of my back piece. Okay, I'm probably making this more confusing than it needs to be. But you basically want both of your panel pieces, you want to be looking at the wrong sides of both of your back panel pieces. And now we want to line up the bottom edge of this panel piece with the bottom edge and the sides of my front piece. Okay, so we should still have about an 18 by 18 inch square for this pillow when everything is lined up. And now I am going to put a few pins in here, and then we're going to take this to the sewing machine and do a little seam here. This pillow project is super fast. These pillows are going to go in my kitchen. We have like a little breakfast nook, some little benches that I built actually. You can tell they're homemade, but they work pretty well. They hold stuff. They hold some of our overflow camping gear and stuff like that. But we need more pillows for our backs. So I got some of these Ikea pillows, and we're getting a new bench cushion to sit on. And then these are going to be the lovely throw pillows that go around the backs. I'll show a picture on my YouTube community tab when it's all finished. Okay, so here the pins are all in place, so we are ready to sew. All right, at my machine here, I'm going to start on one side, and I want to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to go forward a little bit and back a little bit and just follow the edge. And when I get to these spots where the pillow is going to open, I like to reinforce. So I'm actually going to go over it, and then I'm going to reverse, and then go over it once more. And I'm going to do that for the other seam or hem. I'm also going to reinforce right there. So over and reverse and over once more. All right, I finished sewing around all 4 edges on my pillow cover, so we're almost done. The next thing I want to do is I want to do a zigzag stitch around this edge so that when I wash my pillow cover, when it gets dirty with my kids' fingers being wiped on them, I want to be able to wash it and not worry that this edge is going to start to fray over time. But I also want to trim off the pointy corners to make the pillow have slightly pointier corners when I turn the whole thing right side out. So I'm just going to cut away the little corner bits here. And if you forget to do this, that's okay. Your pillow will still look beautiful, I promise. This will just give those corners a little extra perkiness to them, which is kind of nice. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I am going to save these tiny bits in my tiny bits bin, and they get repurposed or composted or even recycled. Okay, so I finished the trimming on the corners. I got all 4. Yes, I did. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do a really easy zigzag stitch in case it's new to you. Okay, I'm going to put my machine on a zigzag stitch. And I'm going to widen it and lengthen it a little bit, but you could also just use the default settings on your machine. And on the zigzag stitch, I'm trying to go just off the edge and then back on again. And I'm going to take my time and go all the way around. All right, the zigzag stitch is done. And if you're still watching, leave a comment below. Just write something like zigzag. Let me know you're still with me here. So this is pretty much done. All that's left to do is trim loose threads if you want. And then we're going to turn this thing right side out. And then I'll show you how to get the pillow in there. You might want a chopstick or a pencil to push the corners out a little bit more. I always have a chopstick, a wooden chopstick on my work table here. And it works great, but pencils will also do the trick. And I'm just going to do these last 2. Okay, I've got this thing turned right side out, and the corners are looking pretty good. This is another good moment to trim any other threads that are peeking through to the outside of your pillow cover. There's often 1 or 2 of those floating around. Okay, so now to get the pillow inside, you're going to want to open this guy up. And in my community, we can actually recycle these plastic bags. If the plastic has a bit of a stretch to it, it's recyclable. If you bag it with a bunch of other plastic bags of the similar material, so a bag of bags, we can recycle it, which is what I'm going to do with this. And then here's the pillow, and it kind of needs a little bit of fluffing when it comes out of that bag because it's been super compressed for who knows how long. Who knows how long it's been sitting in the warehouse somewhere waiting to make its way to a new home. And I actually really like the smell of a down pillow. I think it's really nice. I don't know. Okay, so once the pillow's out and sort of fluffed, then you're just going to flip your pillowcase to the back and you're going to squish your pillow under the first flap. And I guess I could take these tags off. I'm just going to leave them on for now. I won't make you watch me do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to squish the other corners down. And then you're going to kind of want to manhandle this thing. Push it around. Is manhandle an okay word to use? I don't actually know. It might be a better way to describe what I'm doing here, but I'm kind of shoving it into the corners and doing a little bit of fluffing. And it's finished. There's my pillow. So cute. I love it. Can't wait to get it in use in the kitchen. And like I said, I have another tutorial for how to sew a cover for another Ikea pillow, and it's a rectangle shape. So I will link to that in the description box below this video. And if you'd like to show some support for my channel, I'd love for you to check out my channel membership. All you have to do is push the join button underneath this video to learn more.